I'd like to welcome everybody here this afternoon. This is another exciting afternoon for the University of Texas at Tyler Patriot Athletic Program. But before I introduce our newest Patriot, I'd like to recap for those of you that aren't familiar with our spring sports programs and their success. First of all, our women's golf team, again, won an ASC championship. They're ranked currently number one in the country. They've been ranked number one, I think, since maybe December. And if they slipped to 2 or 3, that was the Raiders' fault, not our fault. They'll be heading to Florida for the NCAA tournament very shortly. Men's golf will return to the NCAA tournament. They finished second in the conference, and they'll be headed off to Georgia. Is that correct? They'll be headed off to North Carolina. The tournament's been moved to North Carolina. Our men's and women's track programs will be, we have several athletes, throwers, sprinters, runners that will be headed off to Canton, New York for the NCAA National Championships. Our men's and women's tennis teams are also conference champions this year. They will be headed off to California and playing in the NCAA tournament there. Baseball won the regular season ASC championship and will be headed off to Austin this coming weekend to play in the conference championship, and they are seeded number 1. And of course, softball won in dramatic fashion, as can only be the case with softball, taking 2 out of 3 of the last 3 games in our conference tournament championship, and they will be hosting the regional tournament this coming weekend here on campus. 6 of 7 championships this past spring. We don't have 8 sports in the spring, we only have 7. So I'm not sure that we can do much better than that. But now to what we're here for today, and that's to welcome our newest women's basketball coach, Kendra Hassell. Kendra comes to us with a tremendous background, and you'll have to bear with me because this is quite lengthy. Kendra is a graduate of Hardin-Simmons University. She only managed to get a 4.0 during her college career. Kendra then went on to get a Master of Science in Exercise Science from Oklahoma State University, where she also graduated with a 4.0. She comes to us from the position of recruiting coordinator, assistant coach at Abilene Christian University, where her head coach there had nothing but tremendous accolades to mention on her behalf. Certainly, she's done a great job there recruiting and coaching, and we're excited about the experience that she received there. But she also coached at Carroll University, at Texas Women's University. She actually coached our assistant coach while she was at Texas Women's, and also spent some of her college coaching career at Charleston Southern University. Probably what's most exciting about Kendra, from her accomplishment standpoint, is the following. She's an ASC Hall of Famer, American Southwest Conference Hall of Famer, was inducted this past year. Big Country Hall of Fame, Hardin-Simmons Hall of Fame, D3 Hoops All-Decade Team, NCAA Texas Woman of the Year, WBCA Wade Trophy winner, Division III Player of the Year, participated in the WBC All-Star Challenge, Kodak First Team All-American, Jostens Trophy finalist as a National Player of the Year, Region Player of the Year, I'm halfway through, All-South Region Team, Verizon Academic All-American, American Southwest Conference Player of the Year, American Southwest Conference First Team, ASC Female Athlete of the Year, ASC Tournament Most Valuable Player, NCAA Sweet 16 Qualifier, Elite 8 Qualifier, Team Captain, and Student Athlete Advisory Committee Vice President, which would probably be the least of her accomplishments. Kendra brings to the University of Texas at Tyler a wealth of knowledge about the American Southwest Conference as a player. She brings a wealth of knowledge about recruiting, which she has had to do at every stop along the way and has been very successful at that. Kendra just seems to be right now the perfect fit for the University of Texas at Tyler. And I cannot think of a better person to turn this podium over to right now than Kendra Hassell, our new women's basketball coach at the University of Texas at Tyler. Congratulations.
I'm very excited to be here today, and I'm very excited to be able to say that I'm your women's basketball coach. I want to thank Dr. Patterson, Dr. Mabry, the search committee, and everyone involved in entrusting me with this very successful program. I also want to introduce and thank my family that's come today to support me. I have my husband Derek, my daughter Kaylee, who fortunately let me talk her out of wearing her Princess Elsa dress up here, and my grandmother Lillian. Thank you for your support. I also want to thank my parents. They weren't able to make it today, but they have encouraged me and supported me over the years, and I have such an incredible family that I'm blessed with, and I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for them. So thank you all. I'm honored and grateful to have this opportunity to coach at UT Tyler. I'm grateful for the opportunity to join the Tyler community and to take over this women's basketball program. It was very easy to see what a quality institution this is, just based on the exceptional academic programs, the beautiful campus, the amazing facilities here. But I think what stood out the most to me was the people. I think that's what sets UT Tyler apart. This is a place that produces champions, as evidenced by the last couple of weeks here. So this is a perfect time to say congrats to golf, softball, baseball, tennis, track. Am I missing anybody, Jeff? It's pretty much everybody. It's a great time to be a Patriot. I've heard several coaches say that coaching is about taking players to a level that they cannot take themselves. And I'm excited to have the opportunity to do that. As coaches, we have the opportunity to impact players' lives in a positive way. I believe that my coaching philosophy is about building relationships and inspiring young people to be excellent in the classroom, excellent on the court, and excellent in every area of their life. I want to develop the whole person. So I'm really looking forward to leading this basketball program, to representing the University of Texas at Tyler, and to serving this Tyler community. Thank you. Perfect.